Hello, everyone. I know this is a long time. This is actually take two because I kind of went carried away with the first one. But if you do want to see the first video that actually runs down a whole entire yokai watch from episode 77 to 100, comment down below. But just note, that one actually is 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, I knew I did something wrong because I was like, dude, this is taking so long. But anyways, I was supposed to actually do it like this, and this time I'm doing it right. So, for everyone who has watched episodes and beyond that one for Yokai Watch, well, this is actually going to be the official version of it. So, first things first is we need to talk about the new characters. Actually, no, we need to talk about the new intro. The newest intro is just so cool. But of course, yes, they do still have the guy who's like, yo, guy and yeah, the drunk guy. They still have that guy in that freaking. They have that in the intro, but still, the first like 3 or 4 or 5 seconds of that song, I would love to actually copy and paste it and make that my ringtone. Oh my gosh. And of course, if I wouldn't get in trouble, I would actually have that as the freaking intro theme to this video. But of course, I'll get in trouble, so I'm not doing it. But anyways, you should check it out yourself, and maybe even down below, because it's just so good. Well, anyways, we got 2 new characters. We got Inaho Misura. And Inaho Misura was actually introduced in the second season episode, which I think this is officially the second season of Yokai Watch, episode 77, and she actually has a buddy named USApyon. And here is a little bio, and hopefully I won't actually drone on. But anyways, basically what happens is Inaho actually is very, very interested in outer space and aliens. She's technically the girl counterpart of the kid in Casper's Spirited Beginning. Yeah, it's just kind of interesting that she doesn't even have an X-Files shirt. I would figure that if she was in America, if this was American, chances are she would have an X-Files shirt on right now. Definitely. And of course, the thing that's kind of crazy is that this situation shows why or how yokai actually talk to humans or get it. Even though it kind of seems more Digimon than ever. But anyway, she thought she was buying this space watch to talk to aliens, but instead she actually bought a yokai watch that USApyon actually hid in there so she could buy it. And, well, we get to have the interesting story of what's going on with Misura, which, Inaho, is that she has a brother, she has a mother, but they don't talk about them or see them ever again. It's just episode 77, and then they're gone. They don't exist anymore. They don't get any more widening or anything. So one thing you should know is that she's not in the same class as Kenta, but you can see Kenta in the background a few episodes. Episode 77, you'll see him 2 times in there. Actually, 3 times. Yeah, you get to see him 3 times. So Inaho is basically sad that it wasn't a space watch, and apparently, yeah, this is going to be a whole lot different than what Kenta does. Yeah, she's basically taking a different take. But we have USApyon who actually shows up, and then his story is that, oh yeah, we got some new presentations of tribal calls, so instead of that long thing, it's just a ditty. And we also have American medals. We also have American medals, which those are new, which I don't know if the English dub is going to call them American medals, but it's their choice. The interesting part is that they still talk about the whole Johnson Space Center, not Kennedy Space Center. I have no idea why they do it. Maybe it's just for fun, or maybe they don't want to get sued. I don't know. Chances are maybe, I do have to check that out on Disney XDs to see if they actually changed it to Kennedy Space Center. I'm not sure. But anyways, we get to have the little story of what happened with USApyon. So basically, he's looking for a person, his friend, Professor Hayuri. And basically, Hayuri actually adopted him after being denied so many times by so many kids. And during a launch for the rocket, he actually accidentally got loose and pressed the red button to make it explode. Why does a rocket have a freaking thing to explode? I don't know, and we may never know. He lost his job, and basically what is going on now is that there is something they need to do, which is basically he decides to make a rocket. So he decides to take up the cause of his professor friend and make a rocket, while his professor friend is actually laying in a hospital because he lost hope. Of course, one thing you need to know is that when it comes to this first round of Inaho, you basically get a lot of narration. Yeah, she narrates what happens previously, and then we get into what is going on today. So first things first is they need the engine. So for the engine still, and I forgot about the most important part about USApyon, Veta mode. And what happens in Vader mode is very simple. Is that when Inaho pisses him off, annoys him too much, or do anything very, very remotely stupid, he will basically fog up his freaking helmet, and it turns black and his eyes turn red, and he gets out his gun and just starts shooting wildly. Yeah, that's how crazy it is. So anyways, yeah, so first things first is the engine cell, and one thing you need to know is that they befriended differently from the yokai. Also, the rocket is hidden in the forest, and he ordered it from a yokai magazine. And also, one thing you need to know is that they need Mira Milian to actually do it, to power it up. And we have this awesome, cool idea now, new concept called Yokai Hunting Quiz. And of course, one thing you need to know is that Inaho always guesses right, and USApyon is left for the choice's doom. It's either A, no landing equipment, B, he falls to his doom, C, he falls into a river, or even more concepts that are just, oh my gosh, that's messed up. And one thing you need to know is that Chiba Meow actually shows up in here when they were looking for him, and that was just kind of cool. It's just kind of cool. Next is fuel cell, and you get to see the popular girls that's in her class, and USApyon makes fun of the yokai they were looking for, and he got a penalty for it by the freaking guy turning from small to big, and he's like, oh yeah, and he shocks the crap out of him. Of course, cooling cell, they needed that, and then we get the person that I'm like, oh my gosh. So we got this brand new yokai, but we see the brand new yokai first in Kenta, and then second we'll see it with her, and then third she'll show up in Kenta's freaking episode again. So the freaking yokai that pisses me off is Fubuki Jaime, and Fubuki Jaime actually is an ice-typed yokai. And, well, as you can see in the episode that you'll see it in, she actually invites herself in the hot yokai clan. Because apparently she wants ice and heat yokai or hot yokai to actually join together and be friends. But the thing is that she's so damn intense that one of her can overpower the four of them who have special abilities. So she able to freeze all of them, and it's very messed up. But of course, Fubuki Jaime actually hit it off nicely with Inaho. You have a safety device, a shock absorber. They need an old school one, and you need a CPU. And it came with a yokai medal included, but the freaking yokai is a silly yokai who just spins around. Which, yeah, Vader mode happens in all these, of course. And then we find out it only flies 30 meters in the air. So everyone, she actually decided to call the professor to show the rocket. And then she called everyone who they got the medals from to help join forces. And also they actually hunted down Unchi Kuma, who you guys know who he is. Oh, good lord. And he talked up a storm and bored them to death until they finally got the medal. So all of them came together and blasted the freaking rocket together, and USApyon went in Vader mode and helped out. It's kind of like Captain Planet going on there. All of them put their powers combined, and the rocket flew. The professor, he admits that this whole time he knew USApyon was there. He saw USApyon. The thing is that now he decided to tell him, hey, USApyon. Well, he doesn't even tell him. He just tells Inaho to tell him. Or at least she understands. So he says that they're on different paths now. He's going to continue building a rocket because he made a promise to USApyon. And you basically have, on the other corner, USApyon has his own life to actually enjoy now. A brand new life, a brand new path he's going to. And besides, he doesn't want to be a disappointment to USApyon. The cool part is that I'm going to outline which episodes you want to watch for this. So, when it comes to English dub, eventually, very, very soon, for this one, you should watch episodes 77, 78, 80, 83, 85, 87, and 88. And you'll get that story. And then Inaho has a second one. Yeah, Inaho starts her second series. And her second series is a detective agency called UNA USA. I guess that's how you say it. But it's the first three syllables of each of their names. I think I should have kept this last, but hey, we need to talk about this anyways. So first things first is that, and this is going to be in a separate video, I'm going to make sure I put a nice little thing because I really need to make sure I talk about this. So, their first case is the murder of the rice ball yokai. Uh-oh. So, in this one, oh yeah, and by the way, they get a brand new yokai, but she doesn't even get a medal from it. But we have a repaint of Baku named Haku. And she's able to project memories. And of course, Inaho actually nicknamed her Hakkun. So maybe in the second game you're able to actually nickname the yokai. Okay. Maybe that's one thing. But anyways, yeah, so we got this going on, and we have someone we saw previously in the previous episodes before Season 2. Their first client is Uniguri Samurai, which we met him before, and he just said, oh my gosh, the dude got eaten, and it was so horrifying, and oh my gosh. And basically, they decided to do a sting operation after Vader mode happens. Like Vader mode happens way before it, but still Vader mode happens. And we don't get to actually see any new person. Yeah, there's no new yokai. It's just all the old ones that are edible. And they basically made a sting operation, and they actually used spicy peppers. Because it's so funny. That was so funny. I'm going to do a separate video on it. But anyways, I'm just going to stop doing this and just say all of them are very, very funny. Komasan is part of it. There's, yeah, you actually have Hana Hojin actually making a part of this. And just, there's so much is going on here. So much stuff. Now it's to the real meat and potatoes. We got episode 78, which in this one we actually find that Steve Jobs is found as a fraud. Due to the original movie, you figure, of course. And we got a new president named Mark Orkaberg. Of course, you know who he's based off of, right? So we get the brand new watch. The brand new yokai watch that no one ever has. And only prototypes have been released. How USApyon got one of those, we may never know. But of course, Whisper was like, oh my gosh, we need to get it. And one person that we really need to actually check out, that you need to remember, is Pinto Corn, because he's actually always hangs around with Inaho at times. So yeah, she never knows to actually check the freaking room to see if there's a yokai. Instead, it's just basically they do whatever. So yeah, she always get possessed by yokai, and she doesn't even know it, and she has to watch. But it's like, what the? Well, anyways, so yeah, 78, we get to see him have the yokai watch, and always the question of where's the grandpa's watch, and he actually gets it because of the bat. And then we got 79, and 79 is one of the ones that we have to be careful about because this one could actually be censored, but it can't be censored because they already censored it. So but anyways, yeah, what happens in this one is that the censoring part is the boys actually lose their swim trunks. This is actually based at the beach. The boys lose their swim trunks and they're totally naked. And then they decide to use stuff around them as swim trunks. And it's all because of a yokai who is a repaint of the yokai who made a maze of stuff. That big yokai, yeah. This time he's blue. And his name is Omi Buzo. Yeah, so, yeah, he happens. Also, Fumi-chan is a piece of crap in this one, saying, "Oh, I have a lovely swim dress." Yeah, so she has a swimsuit, but it turns out she went so professional that it's a wetsuit. And she said, "I thought it was cute." I'm like, you're not even surfing in this freaking damn episode. Why the hell do you have that? Alright, let's skip around. So Komasan and Komajiro actually is in this little roundup of episodes, but they're just finishing up one series which is called Komasan Versus. One thing you need to know about this part is that, and I have to go back to actually do a video dedicated to this segment. So it turns out the mom actually decides to enjoy and stretch around and be flexible on ways of contacting her kids. She used smoke signals that one time to actually say she wants to take a ceramics class. And Komasan actually checks it out, and it's just a funny moment where Komasan actually says, "Your poop smell, master ceramics mate." Oh man, that's so funny. And then he besties him. It's gonna be the best anime. It's gonna be the best English dub that they'll ever make, because I really want to see this one. So episode 80, keep a lookout for that one. Was it episode 80? Might be. Well, yeah, that, and there was another one, but it ends here. It's like, yeah, that ends here. It continued previously. Alright, so in 81 we got Hanako actually returning, and she actually made 2 unpopular yokai due to, yeah, one thing. In Tomatoes, Semi Mario returns, but he screws up on the times, and the concert will be showed. The concert actually has tickets, and the ticket actually shows a date on it, and you'll see how dated it is because it says 2015. So if they're able to digitally change it, then there we go. That's a saving grace. But other than that, it's like, Of course, in 81, we also get the true original introduction of 2 yokai. First, we got our yin yang variant of Atsugaruru, who actually is part of the Hot Yokai clan. Yeah, I forgot was the dog's name that is an ice one, but yeah, he's the yang variant of that. And we have Fubuki-chan. Fubuki Jaime. Oh my gosh, man. She's, like I wrote in here, she's part of the Cold Yokai clan, but wants to hang out with the hotties. See what I did there? And she's so optimistic, but freaking damn clueless when it comes to it. My gosh. It's like someone going in a band. Like, a girl wants to be a part of the band, but she can't sing, but she wants to be a part of the band. You can't sing, girl. You can't freaking damn sing. That's the messed up part. It's like, you're dragging the freaking band down because you can't freaking damn sing. Get off the stage. Alright, 82. We get Baku getting Kenta to sleep because it was hot. It was a hot night there. And Kenta, he thinks little of himself because he dreams of Star Wars and he's always the side character or background character. There's good speculation I could do, which I'm going to do in a separate video. Let me just star this so I can actually remember. Need to make a video on that too. Cool. Of course, in 82, also, we're dealing with a jealousy-causing yokai. And he's actually possessing, oh my gosh, Fumika. So, yeah, it's Yakimochi, who is a variant too. He's kind of a variant. And, of course, Kenta's sad to find out that he actually is, she's possession by him. And he caused mutiny and issues to happen when it comes to other yokai that Kenta could actually summon. And yeah, the yokai face changes. And it is the second case in Kenta's case that yokai cannibalism happens. Oh man, yeah, it happens. It freaking damn happens. The first time was like a few episodes back, but I don't even recall what episode. Alright, next is Bakezuri. And he has the power to change. Oh yeah, he has the power to act. It shows that yokai can change their abilities, because he became hope for girls or kids around the world after hurting one girl's feelings due to the fact of, he says, your mom's coming, and he makes it sound like her mom is coming, but sadly her mom is in the hospital. Yeah, I get that crap too. Always getting slammed in the face. Alright, next is 83. The one thing you need to know about this one is that this shows how messed up Kenta's mom really is. She is so damn embarrassing. She's as embarrassing as, and I'm sorry for kind of comparing it to Pokemon, but it's just like all those years ago in Pokemon in Season 1, all the way to the point of where she stopped saying it, is she always says, Ash, don't forget the pair of your underwear! A new clean of underwear! It's like, oh my gosh. I'm glad my mom isn't like that. I am glad my mom isn't like that, because she embarrassed him in front of his friends. Fumi-chan is there too, and I think one or two other girls too. So, yeah, my gosh. He did get Robo Meow to actually help him out with it so he can avoid his friends, but she was so damn unpredictable, and now she freaking damn screwed him for life. My gosh. Next is 84, where you got Kyu, who is a new incarnation of Sarah Connor. And here's just a few references to show that they actually are referencing Terminator. A war between man and mosquitoes. One mosquito makes a difference. Her name is Sarah. The mosquito she's going to have, his name is John. Coilnet. Assassin Cyborg. And then you have Robo-Meow versus the Cyborg, which we don't even get to see the fight, but yeah, it was dun 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 dun. Sorry, I had to throw that in. Excuse me. Next is Gom Mammoth. And Gom Mammoth, I think this is the same episode. He shows that devolution actually can happen in yokai. So yeah, he turns into a Morozu yet again, aka Fridge Font. And what happens is that 30 to 100, maybe even more, maybe thousands of them shot him with the, usual puddle ray to make him want to use the bathroom. And that's what happened, is that they all shot him at once and he got devolved, and he said, I need to go back and train to turn into Gao Mammoth again. Yeah, then you got Chiba Nyao, who has a summer break. There was a beautiful story of him helping a lost kitten, Minya. And the precious ending is interrupted by freaking Hanan Hojin again. Oh my gosh. Hana Hojin is freaking damn Jigglypuff. We just gotta admit this. He's freaking damn Jigglypuff. Alright, we got 85. Paridon is introduced, and also cannibalism. Of course, for those who don't know who actually is eating these yokai, is none other than freaking Hungramps, aka Hamoji. And man, this is the first time ever we get to see the first one who got victimized from him actually coming to him saying, no, don't let him eat you, run away. He came too late, sadly. So yeah, he got eaten right in front of his eyes. And of course, like I said, Inaho actually does the first ever thing of it. And I'll have most likely a video eventually talking about it, so you guys can actually understand. And then another video to actually understand everything. So yeah, I'll get to it. Alright, so anyways, 86, we find out there's a family of yokai. We got Arayotan, we got Hirai Shin, and Sinokin. All three of them are doing crap. One's grumpy, that's the dad. One's calm, keeps calm, the freaking father, that's the mom. And the kid's freaking damn klutzy. Talk about a happy family. My gosh, frick. And in the other part of this is that Onara Zumono, which I wish I just knew the English name, but whatever. He makes a big disaster, a major disaster at the bathhouse, aka the spa. And again, this would actually be one of the episodes they would freaking, censor. But they already censored it. Because technically what would happen is that in a bathhouse, everyone is naked there. But they already put swim trunks and freaking swimsuits over him, so they're good. But on the other hand, they did kind of freaking censored one episode. So I guess since they censored that one episode, but we don't even see Kenta's mom, so we're still good. We're still good on that one. Anyways, we got Meno Jishi, who actually helps out Kenta until the point of where he's done. The battle is done, and then he decides to say, yep, well, we're finished. Do it now. And he gave out a big fat fart that destroys the freaking spa. The freaking building is destroyed by one fart. He could have gave freaking Kenta saying, hey, Kenta, I'm about to let it blow. You better get out of here. So Kenta runs for his freaking damn life outside, and then he lets it free. But instead he decided to just say, screw it, I want to walk away with a big explosion. Woo! 87, we got Devivin. Whatever. So he's a paranoia / pentatophobia causing yokai. And Whisper is proven scared, but Chibinyao should know why. Because of one episode of them going back in time and Whisper now remembering everything. Well, he knows why he can't actually. He needs to hold that pad very tightly. He knows why, but apparently freaking continuity issues. And the same one, you also have Fumi-chan, who actually is featured and causes trouble for Kenta, meaning that he actually decided to get possessed by this new yokai, Otanabu, who actually makes kids act grown. And that's the USA term for basically they're acting like they're adults. And G Minkin, after a long time, we actually get to see him, and he made a new friend with Automobile, my gosh, Atonabu. Oh my gosh, I hope they have a good name for him in America. Automobile, because it sounds like automobile. Not my fault. Alright, in 89, you have Dashinsha, and he's basically forgetful and confusing. He makes people basically forget what they're about to do. I do that all the time. Maybe it possessed me sometimes. And yeah, well, there's lots of stuff that he did. Korokoro can be seen, and for those who don't know what Korokoro is, that's basically a Japanese magazine that has lots of manga, along with some nice little exclusive content, especially dealing with Pokemon. So Nebuta actually is the one that makes people fall asleep. Yeah, just fall straight asleep when it comes to stuff. Constant falling asleep, yeah. And Fumi-chan is concerned about it. They called Fumin to actually try to get him awake, but she falls in love with him and then falls asleep. And apparently, in the yokai pad, it says, do not wake him. And apparently, the only way how to wake him is by pulling on his tail. As soon as you wake him, he is up 24/7. I know, it's supposed to be 24/7, but he never goes to sleep. As soon as you wake him up, you're screwed. You're freaking damn screwed. Episode 90, we got Sunday Pawpaw, another all-new yokai who's an edible one. And this explains why dads are so lazy when it comes to weekends. And also, they can evolve, apparently, because they get more toppings and stuff like that. Next is Omo Aida Supon, who actually is a turtle with a plunger tail. He makes you relive your worst moments when it comes to like certain things. Like for instance, when I drive a car, when I actually get in there or drive the car, I'll remember that time where I actually wanted to turn, but I didn't. I was listening to my mom, and then all of a sudden, a dude was like, beep, 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 and then he came next to me, and he put his window down and was like, what are you doing? You better. I'm like, yeah, that was a kind of what the frick experience. So that's one thing that would happen if he possessed me when it comes to driving. Well, anyways, we got Mira Melayan, who actually shows up, and it turns out he was dissed. And then at the end, he actually summons Bakazukin to actually makes him forget what he's doing. And Fumi-chan calls Kenta an idiot because, well, you know, Fumi-chan's a piece of crap. No offense. And, of course, he tried to get Wazat, who would have been a good fit, a.k.a. Washurenbo. but he's MIA. You got the away message, which is kind of weird. Why can't Jiba Meow actually get a freaking damn away message when he does stuff? It's like, yeah, that's not fair. 91, we actually get to see Yokai TV, and we get the intro of Red and White Song Battle. This is the 3,832nd annual one. And, of course, Whisper in this one gets super, super dissed, but my goodness. And also we get some song medals. So we're going to get song medals in the future. That means we got to get a new watch. Yeah, definitely have to get a new watch. So, okay, I see what I was supposed to do. So you guys get to have the nice little rundown of what happens to that episode. Alright, next one is 92, and Kenta and his friends actually go and gets a snack. And Fumi-chan actually is possessed by the Socks, who is a snake yokai, and he basically tells people about useless stuff, but he technically was trying to be nice. He possessed Kenta, and he does lots of stuff to actually improve Kenta, and Kenta knows how to sew, and Kenta does his hair. And as soon as the snake basically gave him the medal and left, well, actually he didn't even leave, when he stopped possessing him, Fumi-chan called his snacks ordinary / normal, regular, and then she says his hair, which is basically slipped back and actually looks nice, she says his hair looks very weird. My gosh, girls, seriously. No offense to you girls out there, but really, what the frick. Alright, we get Taraiwashi, who actually makes people go on wild goose chases, and we basically get to see Bobo again, who actually has a bad word. As soon as you say sausage, he goes bananas and nuts and beats the crap out of you. So, yeah, sadly, the new yokai didn't know about that. He said it, and then, oh, crap. Oh, freaking crap. Next is 93, which is a Halloween special, so that means that they're going to have to back the frick off when it comes to this. Which I think they're like in the 30s right now. So that means that maybe next year they'll do 93. Either that or they're going to have to freaking go very, very fast to get to this one in the Halloween time. Well, anyways, it's Halloween time, and we also get the reason why old yokai can't participate in Halloween. Because of the yokai committee, they said that they shouldn't do it. And we now get to see why, because of a stupid, dumb, behind couple who said, oh, you guys look fake. You guys look pieces of crap. You guys suck. And because of that, the old yokai actually got pissed off. And they scared a crowd away. They scared everyone away. So if it wasn't for that stupid couple, everything would have been fine. Also, we get some more Nyaos. So we got Inu Nya, we got Saru Nya, and we got Kiji Nya. And of course we got Lord Momo Taru Nya. So this is definitely a must watch. We get the two new old characters return. We get freaking Red J and we get Mighty Dog. They both return and is now the Lord's new disciples. Orochi, where the frick are you? Oh yeah, we saw where Orochi is. It's just that he's not available at this time. Anyways, we got Inuya and everyone else. Apparently, it turns out all this time they were wearing disguises. They were still cats. So we got even more medals of cats. My gosh. 94 is Otama Gator. So apparently he causes sudden surprises on anything. He does have an interesting story. And hopefully when it comes to the English dub, they'll make him Australian and make it based in Australia. Hopefully. Also in that episode is Bushy Meow returns and he loves to cut. And also we get a brand new variant for a Whisper and a Meow mix. Now we got Bushy Purr. So that's going to be something interesting. 95 we get Ano Joe, and Ano Joe is actually trying to become a champion, and for Ano Joe I kind of forgot what he does, but it's not good. So we get Asuya Eizu Garuru, he returns to assist because he needs a nice little steam to get ready for a battle. But guess who shows up? And this is the third and final time she shows up when it comes to this recap or series review. It's Fubuki Jaime. Yes, for some reason, she decides to barges in and freaking freezes Ano Joe along with freaking Garuru here. Girl, what the frick is wrong with you? If you love him, just say you love him, okay? Stop being clingy. My gosh, you're a freaking damn princess for crying out loud. Anyways, the person that he goes against is Ko Tinpan, who actually is a bitten sandwich. Oh yeah, I remember. Joe's freaking thing is that when he says something bad, it usually happens. Like I know that I'll actually trip and spill this paint on me, and then as soon as he does it, all of a sudden a banana peel shows out of nowhere and splatter all the paint's on you. That's his power. That's why he got screwed up and only just had the championship for one day, because he said it. That's why he deserves to have a freaking tape over his mouth so he doesn't say crap. Okay, episode 96, you have Ji Ko-kin O, who is a king who hates himself for the smallest details, and that's what his gift is too. He is actually able to grant a wish as well with a crystal ball, but sadly he tripped and he slipped and the freaking crystal ball cracked. Of course, you know what Kento was going to wish for. He was going to wish for a nice romantic life with you know who. I'm not going to even say her name. I'm just going to say you know who. 97, you have Nogappa, and he's now a DJ. Yeah, so now I have another DJ. As for Komajiro, well, yeah, we got Kappa, a new freaking yokai, and apparently Kappa, the original yokai, used to listen to Inca, but as soon as he lost a sumo match with Nogappa, he converted himself. He decided to become a little bit more into the new stuff. So now he is MC Kappa, and together they created the Mizu Kakitai. So that is their freaking music group, and you get to have a music medal from them. So there you go. 98, which that means that they're gonna have a little bit of a break. This is Christmas time. So we get Whisper's weird transformation. He now has arms and legs, and he's creepy as hell. We get two mysterious yokai who causes the things that happens, the two things that happen. You got Edison. Oh yeah, and by the way, the two things that happen is number one, Mark Orkaberg has been kidnapped. He's been missing in action. He's lost. And number two, they caused a wide blackout in freaking damn Japan. So what they have to do is get Edison, which is, yeah. Interesting part is that in Kamen Rider Ghosts, that TV show, they also feature Edison 2 as a power. Anyways, so one thing they have to do is go to Yopal, which Yopal, of course, is Apple, but yokai, you can get it. And it's in USA, so that means that if they want to make it make sense, they're going to have to say it's based in New York City and or California. So it's like, yeah, we're going to New York City. And also, the evolution of the Yokai Watch has been revealed, but sadly, it's a downer because I would figure it's a 3-step program. Instead, it's more like, and again, sorry for a Pokemon comparison, it's like freaking down Pikachu Raichu. So you just transform it to this final form, and they needed Mark Orkaberg to actually release that. They did. Oh yeah, and Inaho actually was reading comic books while this all was happening, well, manga. And she was actually telling us what was going on with the heroes, but they don't look like the same. And also, yeah, she didn't do crap. She didn't do crap. She just waited for the update. So the new update is this. It's that you get U1, which is white. You get U2, which is yellow. And there's two other ones. And what's even crazier is that there's two other characters that we kind of got introduced to in this episode as well. Wow. And of course, last but not least, is Hana Hojin, who is screwing over Chibanya because there's a Christmas concert. Yep, you can understand what happened with friggin' damn Chibanyan, right? Alright. Oh yeah, and Edison needed his medal needed to actually get from a auction website, aka eBay. Yeah, lots of people are doing that these days because they want the medals, right? Anyways, 99, you basically get the whole thing that's going on. Actually, you get to see the whole entire thing. I'm scrolling it down. So, yeah, that's everything. But, anyways, in short, you get shocked with electricity. You will find your soulmate. Of course, I told Fumi-chan, hey, it's static electricity. That's not how it works. And Kenta turns Super Saiyan thanks to Ryotan's nephew, Saidenki, who is basically my enemy. Yeah, static electricity sucks. And 100, you get to see the whole entire listing of what happens in 100. But just to cut it short, you get Kenta's story, not that impressive. You get Whisper's story, you only get to understand what happens during, or how long the span was for 100 years. Then we get Chibanyan, and this one actually is the one that's very beneficial. And of course, I will maybe make a video on Chibanyan from living to getting to Kenta. I most likely will make a video on that. So I'll put a star there. So there you go. Yeah, so that was 100. And that's it. The only thing left is to talk about 3 other things. Which will have their own videos to explain them as well. And recaps. Or whatever. First thing is after Inaho finishes the whole mystery thing, which there was like at least 6 cases. Then you have Phantom Thief Koban. And Phantom Thief Koban has actually stole a few items, but he did it to help some yokai to actually feel better about themselves. Or at least make them better. Make themselves better. So it happens in 96, 97, and 99. In 97, I think you can kind of figure out that Koban might actually be Whisper. Because you get to see a smile. So, yeah, you get a 3-second, 2-second frame of his smile. So, I think it could be Whisper. Next is Komasan Taxi. And this is why, if they were going to do some censorship, this is not a good idea. Because we got lots of people showing up. We have freaking Jaminkin showing up. We have Robo-Nyao showing up. And that one is so good. So good. We got Yoon Kikuma. He shows up and that was a funny one too. And of course, last but not least is freaking Gabu-Nyao. So 86 and 85 are the best ones out of that, but of course all of them are good. Check out 83 and 90 if you want to check those out. You also have Punch of the North. And Punch of the North actually happens in 95, 96, and that one's the crazy one, 97 and 99. I do have to say for Punch of the North, it might get censored. I'll admit it might get censored. We have Kinpo Killer in 96, I think. And in 96, 96 is going to be horrible. It's like so uncomfortable that it's like, oh my gosh. So if it does get censored, I can understand that, but chances are there might be a Komasan Taxi or something San Taxi or whatever to make fun of that. And of course, in 99 is Miss Sawako, who actually is a nurse, and there's an incident where there's a snake bite and she has to suck out poison. It was only in the arm, but you have like other deluded thugs who actually come there and say, I have one on my chest. I have a bite on my lips. Yeah, you're going to see what's going on here. And of course, at the end of everything, Whisper gets screwed over as well. This features Whisper and Komasan, aka Komashiro. So there you go. I think this is a good series. I am enjoying it. I don't care if it's subtitled. I am fine just the way it is. So I'm just going to continue watching. Chances are I might actually go to 100 to 125. I think that sounds good. So that's going to be how it goes. So stay tuned for those who actually watch for Yokai Watch, because there is going to be segments Just like what happened with the food one. Yeah, I'm just going to say the food one. But anyways, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more Yokai Watch videos.